The growth of online peer production communities, such as Wikipedia and open source software communities, has shown the success of co producing knowledge based products. However, this growth also led to an increase in the frequency of interpersonal conflicts between producers. Such conflict could bring positive effects of developing a creative solution, but also negative effects on product quality and contributor morale. We assessed producer conflict in one of the peer production communities, OpenStreetMap, using Delphi survey method. OpenStreetMap, so-called Wikipedia of Maps, was launched in 2008 and has grown into a community of millions of registered users contributing to one of the largest global multi-purpose map resource. OpenStreetMap's geospatial data have been used for multiple academic projects and commercial products under open database license. With this growth, interpersonal conflict among mappers have arisen. Although anecdotal mapper conflict has been reported in the media, an in-depth study of mapper experience of interpersonal conflict during co-production of geospatial data in OpenStreetMap is still lacking. To, to address this gap, we took an exploratory approach to answer the question: what are the mappers' experiences of conflict in OpenStreetMap? We used Delphi survey method to answer our question. Originating from Oracle of Delphi in ancient Greece, Delphi survey method was developed to obtain consensus among a group. By asking a set of questions repeatedly to a group of experts in the topic of interest, Delphi survey has been used to assess current situation of a group, make a forecast, and even to set a desired goal. We applied this method and administered 3 rounds of survey questionnaire to 15 OpenStreetMap mappers whose experiences involve not only self managing conflict with other mappers, but also managing interpersonal conflicts as moderators. Our first round questionnaire contains 4 open ended questions to diagnose conflict in OpenStreetMap on topics of conflict, factors leading to conflict, effects of conflict, and potential conflict management methods. After the first round, we extracted common wordings from the participants' answers and itemized them for each question. For the second round questionnaire, we asked them to rate their level of agreement on a 5 point Likert scale for each item that was extracted from the first round for each question. After the second round, those items that had median higher than 3.5 and agreement level higher than 70% of participants were considered to reach consensus. For the third round questionnaire, we asked participants to again rate on a 5 point Likert scale for each of those items that is considered to reach consensus from the previous round, but this time regarding the level of importance for each item. By doing so, we were able to see participants' perception on relative priority of. Our results show that topic of conflict in OpenStreetMap is about map editing, but also mapping process and method used by different mappers, in particular volunteer mappers versus paid mappers. Norms in community is also a topic of conflict, especially regarding what to include and how to enforce code of conduct and how to improve diversity and inclusion in the community. Factors leading to conflict in OpenStreetMap is regarding diversity of members whose interest, priority, value, and secondary goal are different. This has created the notion of us versus them among subgroups in OpenStreetMap, which boundaries are often defined by geographic location, gender, level of expertise, and professional affiliation. Individual members' uncooperative behaviors were also considered an important factor that leads to conflict. Interestingly, damaged map quality of the map was not considered an important effect of conflict in OpenStreetMap. Rather, discouraging member participation, lower trust in community, and members even leaving the community were considered more important. Difficulty in building consensus due to fragmented subgroups were also considered an important and negative effect of conflict. One positive effect identified as important was navigating different interests and opinions. For potential management of interpersonal conflict, shared goal among the members on what OSM is for, and valuation of diverse participations in the community were considered most important. Participants also agreed that improved mechanisms such as enforced code of conduct, populated working group, and live member conversation could be helpful in managing conflict as well as matured member interaction. Our results show that conflict in OpenStreetMap is a byproduct of clashing interests between subgroups exacerbated by negative online behaviors by mappers. We extracted design implications for online discussion interface in OpenStreetMap based on these results, which includes encouraging members' matured interaction in line with code of conduct, providing procedural clarity for different subgroups, and reminding members of what OSM is for. Our findings lead to further discussion on how analyzing interpersonal conflict in online peer production communities could be useful for designing not only an immediate intervention for conflict management, but also longer term operational mechanism. Diagnosing conflict in OpenStreetMap throws a question on how feasible peer production could be as a method of geospatial data production in an online peer production community. How would they keep their vision as an online community that is open to everybody without hurting their operational need to control the quality of their data to keep their experienced producers and attract new ones to harness diverse contribution?